Hello and welcome to True Guidance Tarot. I'm Adriana Teodoro-Dier. I'm a spiritual medium and intuitive reader. I have a message for Cancer today. To let you know how this works, I've asked my guides and spirit to bring a deep and meaningful message through the cards for you this week to help you as you navigate your journey. If you are new to this channel, I'm so glad to see you. I encourage you to subscribe to this channel so that you can remain in consistent contact with high vibration information every week. This really helps you on your journey move forward in, in a forward direction so that you're not falling back. And if you're returning, I am ever grateful for you. I love to see you every week. And if any of you feel compelled to comment or like, that's a great way to support the channel. And I really appreciate your feedback there too. Now, every time they have me draw extra cards for you, I'm always like, uh-oh, where are we going? So this is some deep stuff going to come up in the reading. And yes, I am an intuitive reader. Yes, I am a spiritual coach. And of course, I love to support people that way. I am feeling like some of the issues that will come up in this reading may go beyond the scope of this reading. And so if you're feeling like you need some help from the outside, you know I'm always available. But I want to be very clear that I'm not just trying to sell my services here. I'm just saying that there's some deep stuff that's going to come up. Okay? So we have got the energy around you, the Six of Pentacles. So there's a little bit of stuckness in these relationships, of not being in these relationships that are spiritually healthy. We want to see equal give and take when we're in relationships. And this is equal give and take without keeping score. But you're being tested to look at these relationships. And often they can appear in work situations, but it's kind of like, this is terrible. They just put this in my head. It's kind of like mold. It's not just in one place, it's everywhere. So if you have a negative pattern in one area of your life, it's probably in other areas of your life. It's more than likely, and it's there in other areas of your life. So this is asking you to look at relationships that are built on dependence, codependence, not showing up equally, and leaning too heavily on others. That can go both ways. Other people may be leaning too heavily on you, but either way, you can see what I'm saying. There's not an equal give and take going on. You're responding with the Page of Cups. And so the Page of Cups, yes, it's water, which is your element, but it tends to be a bit more of an immature energy. And you'll see later on in the reading, we're talking about going backwards. And so that's what I feel with this. It's kind of like that rebellious teenager energy I'm feeling here. She's like, yeah, I don't want to hear what you're saying about those relationships. I just kind of want to sit here in my emotions and enjoy myself. And the other thing with this Page of Cups energy is that it's not detached and rational. It tends to overreact to emotional situations. So something may be happening and you're just over triggered with the way you're responding. And there's a big reason for that, which we're going to see later. But you're just too emotional, and you're not willing to look objectively at what's going on in these other relationships. And partially that's because you can't. It's like a chicken and egg. You don't want to look objectively, and because of that, you can't, because your emotions are all consuming. So let's see what your soul is actually trying to get through to you. We've got the Eight of Wands, we have got the Six of Cups, we've got the Emperor, and we've got the High Priestess. Now I'm going to erase some cards for a second. We see where your soul is trying to get you to go. Your soul is trying to get you to go to that stronger, intuitive, powerful, self-contained, wise person that you are. It's trying to get you to form a relationship with that aspect of yourself. And when I see the Eight of Wands, I'm always so happy, because I know that this is a long journey that's going to lead to success. So it may take you a while, but you're going to get there. And we talked, I can't remember what week, and I can't remember if it was your video or not, but I talked about how intuition and emotions go on the same channel. They share the same conduit. So it's like they both need water to get through to you. So if you're dried up, if you don't touch your emotions or you're not emotional, it's very difficult to be intuitive because the intuition can't flow through that water element. On the other side, if you're too emotional, then the intuition can't flow because that emotion is clogging up the channel. So what we just talked about, you had that younger person energy that is so happy to be stuck in their emotions. But what's being asked of you is to go to that higher aspect of the water element, which is that intuition, the high priestess. Because this guy, this one, the page gets little glimmers of intuition, but this one is intuition. So this is not just hunches, but this is like real, strong information coming through to you. And what I'm also excited about is the fact that these are showing up says to me, you have the potential for this. So a lot of you have little glimmerings of psychic or intuitive abilities. And this is saying, if you really commit to this direction, you can develop those in a strong and big way. And I'm always so excited about that because we really need a lot more intuitive living right now. We need a lot more intuition because that's the voice of our soul. That's the voice of our guides. And the more presence that has down here on the earth, the higher the vibration of the whole planet becomes. So you uplift everyone around you. So, okay, I'm getting a little off because I'm forgetting the cards I erased. 6 of Cups and the Emperor. So there is a very strong masculine energy from your childhood. For most of you, this is your father. If it's not, it's someone with a strong masculine energy, which could be your mom. Some of us have moms with very strong masculine energy, but anyway, it is a masculine energy that did not allow you to develop that part of yourself. And this makes so much sense because you were forced to conform to their ideas, their rules, the way they wanted things to be for their own convenience. You had to shut off that water part of yourself. And so it's kind of like it got stuck. And that's why you're stuck at this level of the teenager, of the more immature expression of the water element, because it was never accepted. These emotions were never allowed to process all the way out. And nobody understood how emotional you really were on the inside. No one allowed that to grow, and that water just kind of got, it just kind of got shut down. And what feels so good right now is to indulge in those emotions because you didn't get to do that in the past. This Emperor energy, that person, that control wouldn't allow this to happen. And so you're feeling so good about being stuck there, but your soul's like, okay, honey, but that's not the last place we're going to go with this. You're not feeling your emotions just so you can wallow in them. Your emotions are there to nourish and nurture that conduit of the higher vibrational intuition, High Priestess. So this is the reason why I was talking before about issues coming up is because there is a lot that was blocked and there's a lot that you feel was taken from you by this situation. And the thing is that this is not about blaming the other person. This is not about blaming that energy that was forcing you to conform, because you can't know yourself in the light. That's why souls come down here. We're light on the other side. We come down into a dark planet so that we can see our own light. This intuition was shut down so that you could rediscover it and own it for yourself later on, right now that you're watching this video. So, oh, God, it's heavy information right now that I feel I'm giving you. So, like I said, this may be a week where you need to seek out some help, either from a trusted professional, a friend that you trust very much, because you are needing very strongly to heal these relationships with this past person, to learn how to forgive yourself for shutting your own self down so that you can access that higher part of your true self that is who you are. But it is going to take some work, and I'm hesitating to give you those practical steps because I don't want you to think this is just like, oh yeah, I have to do this little thing. This is a big thing. This is a big emotional hurt. And I feel like this process, because I got the Eight of Wands here, this is not like you're going to be done with this week and next week I'm going to have a new message for you. I, of course, will have a new message for you, but this process is going to take a while. So don't underestimate it. If you're resisting it right now, that's perfectly fine. You have free will to do that. And I would never want to force this on you, but understand that this is running very deep. These currents are running very deep within yourself. And it's time to resolve them. It's time to heal them so you can move on and really follow this place your soul is trying to get you to. So, if you've got questions about that, please reach out in the comments. Like I mentioned before, I am available for one-on-one sessions if you feel that support would help you, if you feel like we would resonate together. I look forward to seeing you next week, and I invite you to please share information about this channel with the loved ones in your life so we can keep this positivity going. Have a good week, and I'll see you next time.